Hey, what's up guys? Eisenheim here. I'm going back to my C3X, and I'm going back to edge mount because I found a new way to mount it using epoxy clay instead of using a mount system. So it's gonna be rigid because that's the most important part for your install, to be rigid. Okay, so you can have the best driving experience. So right now I'm having difficulty with the DM, probably because it's too close to the steering wheel and it's too low. Okay, so I have to kind of like find a way to make it work. So for now I'm kind of like just tapping the gas. Okay, so I might need to bring it up a little bit or move it to the left. Okay, so this is DTR V6, and I think my camera offset is around 0.49. Okay, it's high. Obviously it's high because I moved the device all the way to the edge, or to the corner edge, and you can only change the value via SSH. You cannot use the SunnyLink website, because I think it maxed out to 0.35. Okay, it maxed out to 0.35. So take a note of that. What else? Yeah, so basically I just play with the offset using my my app live, and it turns out to be 0.4950, somewhere along the lines. And I'm using stock ACC. This is just lateral for now, but it feels the same. It feels the same as you mounted it center. And speaking of center, if you notice, I move because I'm happy with the epoxy clay. I move it to the right, so I have a stable, rigid mount on this spot. Okay. Regarding epoxy clay, it's an epoxy. Okay, think about it. So whenever you're gonna mold your bracket or what have you, make sure you put what you call this, a VHB first. Okay, on your dash or whatever, VHB first on your dash, and then you can put the epoxy clay. Okay, so you have to think the ease of removing this stuff. You cannot put it directly on your dash. It will mess up your dash. Okay, you cannot put directly on your dash. It will mess up your dash. So VHB first, okay, like a mat, a carpet, and then you put your what you call this, your epoxy clay to mold your bracket. Again, I suggest to do it in batches. If you have like this one, do in batches, or you could do it at one time, because you have ample time to mold it. So 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 about maybe 20 minutes, then you can kind of like make sure it's level and everything, and it will stay the same. And my suggestion is, if you have a platform, use something to prop it up, you know what I'm saying, to make it level. You know, so when I say level, what I do is, first I use my what you call this one, my measuring app, to measure this. Okay, if it's level, if this thing is level, the top of the infotainment system, so I'm gonna use it, you know, to level this platform for your C4. Okay, so yeah, so here's what I do. It will give me every like 30 seconds or 15 seconds, it will give me like a warning, and you have like 5 seconds to push your pedal. Okay, so again, I have to what I'm thinking is, I'm gonna use the old, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna use the old DM, because I'm using DGR V6, so I'm gonna use the DM that was used during that period. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. If this thing doesn't work, because right now it doesn't work, it doesn't. I think this DM is very strict, so I'm gonna downgrade the DM. Okay, so, and it's okay if you want to downgrade your DM. It's okay. You're not gonna get in trouble, because I've done it before. Because as I said before, it's the same thing as you're downgrading your model to a model, and that particular model uses a specific DM. So I don't think you're gonna get in trouble, because I've done it before. It's just basically, it's a matter of swapping the files. Okay, so I'll let you know. Worst come to worst, I have to move this to the left. Okay, worst scenario, and to tell you guys the truth, I'm kind of miss the what you call this, the screen of the C3X, of this. Kind of miss it, to be honest. So I apologize for I got, you know, I'm mounting it, I'm touching the inside of the windshield, so I got all the smudges around. Sorry for that. Okay, so now I'm gonna do surface treat. Okay, oh, by the way, you notice there's a refraction of the screen. So what you do is, you get a privacy screen. Okay, so it doesn't refract to the windshield to you, from the windshield to you. So get a privacy screen. And for people complaining, no, you can complain with the DM, since Comma is trying to make the DM more up to date, especially with the law. You know, like in California, you're gonna get a ticket if the cops see you holding the phone. Okay, you know, so So that's the point. That's the point of overhauling the DM. It's for your own good, for your own safety. As I said before, okay. As I said before, you have to treat open pilot as a glorified ADAS. It's not a hands-free, okay, device. See, some people think, okay, I buy open pilot, it makes my driving hands-free. That's not how it's not the way you perceive it. Okay, you buy the device because it will make your drive very good at lane keeping, just like this, to the point that you can do hands-free. It's not the other way around. Okay, it's so good you can do hands-free. And speaking of model, one way to tell that a model is very good is when you put your hands on the wheel and you try to drive. It's no different than hands-free. So driving or hands-free, I mean, my bad. When you try to drive with open pilot engaged, it's no different like driving unengaged. Okay, unengaged. This is unengaged. I'm driving unengaged. Okay, this is unengaged, and then when I drive engaged, it's no different. Okay, basically the model drives as you want it to be, the way you drive. Okay, that's my point. Because if it's a bad model, you're gonna be like hugging here, or there's ping pong everywhere. You know, saying it's not comfortable. You can feel it. Okay, you don't need data to prove a model is no good or very good. You can just feel it if it's good or not. Okay, and my test is, for me, if you can cross arm comfortably, that means it's a good model. Okay, that means a good model. Okay, I'm gonna go follow this lead car since I'm not on experimental, so it will not stop on a stoplight. DTR V6 experimental is so-so. I think it slow down on green. It will stop on the red, but it will slow down on green. Okay, for me, it's kind of like, I don't like it, because if there's a car behind me, you know what I'm saying. So I rather do experimental, I mean stock ACC than DTR V6 for my lateral. Okay. Again, with DTR V6, you need ample, you know, of lane lines, well marked lane lines to your left, to your right. Okay, so this is for people who commute in an urban setting. Okay, it's not reactive, just like TCP V3 or any world model to the lead sidecars. What I meant by reactive is, if there's a car close to you here, okay, it will try to stay away from that car. Okay, the lane line doesn't matter. It basically, it looks for the scene. Okay, but for some reason DTR V6, okay, although they're supposed to be trained the same, I mean, with the scenery, for some reason DTR V6 prioritize lane lines. Okay, that's the thing. It prioritizes lane lines. Okay. I'm gonna go back to since I wanna chill. yeah, definitely I'm gonna downgrade the DM. Okay, so I think it's not gonna work. I don't want to mess my setup, since it's epoxy. I don't want to mess up. Okay, so basically I have an app. I have a metal plate, um, VHB to the dash, and then I epoxy my Alexa, my old Alexa Amazon puck. Okay, so that was epoxied on the thing, and that's it. That's my holder. That's my DIY mount. Again, it has to be rigid. Okay, the mounting has to be rigid. Okay, so I think the epoxy does serve its purpose. Okay, don't get it on the dash, guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna be hard to take off. So, and here's the version I'm using is MVL's SP Honda Dev 2026-06. Okay, that version will work on both C3X and C4. So I have the same version on both devices. Okay. You will lose steering. Okay, there's something about the steering. If it's like if you jerk it or something very fast, you might lose the steering. Because I lost it last time, the previous drive, because after getting my coffee from Starbucks, it's a hard right. You know what I'm saying? So keep aware. Okay, you might lose steering. So just be if it's a hard corner, just be very gentle. Don't be like jerk it. You know what I'm saying? Because I did lose it, and I also, just for transparency, when I was playing with the camera offset, so I need the Wi-Fi connected. I did get a reboot, but I didn't pause. But this is new though. I'm not, maybe this is an old one, I'm not sure, but I did not pause the update, and I didn't change the JIT name. Okay, so I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if this one is updated to the latest commit, the latest one that where there's no more what you call this, no more rebooting problem. But I did get a reboot. Just for transparency, guys. So if you think about it, if this thing works, okay, just playing with your camera offset, so this easily will work. Okay, as long as the device is pointed straight. Okay, it doesn't have to be pointed 0, y'all, straight. Okay, as long as it's around that, and MVL's fork is forgiving when it comes to centering your device. I think you can go beyond 4 plus 4 degree, y'all. You can go beyond, and the tilt too, you can go beyond you can go beyond the default limit. So it's very forgiving. If you have a if you're using MVL Spark, you're not gonna get the calibration invalid unless your device is like, you know, pointed obviously off. You know, as I said before, try to point the device as straight as possible to the road. Okay, just try. And you can tell if it's skewed. You can tell, like this, you can tell already. You can tell if it's skewed or not. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed. I'm kind of bummed with the DM. I know officially it will work. Officially it will work if you have it over. But as I said before, I don't want it here because it blocks my view. Okay, it really blocks my view, especially if I'm making a right hand turn and there's a pedestrian walk. You know, it really bugs the hell out of me. So I dedicated a channel, my YouTube channel, where I try everything here, there, you know, see if it works, you know. But and then if it works, it works, like this one. So and I want to share it to the community, you know what I'm saying. So yeah. So edge mount, the only reason edge mounting is does work is due to the fact that Sunny Pilot team created a way to cut the scene, okay, thereby centering the vanishing point. Okay, that's when you play with the value. Remember, from 0 to 0.54. Basically, I'm centering the vanishing point by snipping the edge of the image. Okay, that's how it works. And if you asking by how much, I don't know how much of a, you know, cut it does. I think they have a paper on it, but I just play with the value. So if this is 0.54, okay, if this is 0.54, this one, because this one I have a minus. Yeah, it's kind of weird though. This is a minus 0.04 for me to center it, minus 0.04. So I'm hinting of this is gonna be a 0. I'm gonna have a 0 camera offset here, but my car will be centered. Okay, so so just play with the camera offset. There's nothing to worry about it. So let's see. I always try to look left and right, especially if the intersection is very long. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be. Okay, so whenever it will after 15 seconds it will warn you. Okay, after 15 seconds it will warn you. Let me see, then I just tap the Actually, once you get the warning, seems like the gas press doesn't work. Seems like you have to play with the steering wheel once you have the warning. So I'm just gonna do gas press. Yeah, gas press is not bad. I've been doing gas press before. Actually, you know what? Even gas press doesn't work. What the hell? Let me see. Okay, I'm gas press now. Let's see. Oh, okay. So when you set it, I don't know if the gas press will work. Let me see. I think they changed it. I'm not sure. It's off and on. The gas press, if it's gonna cancel the DM warning. So yeah. But anyway, I'll just do gas press the rest of the trip. Again, this is DTR V6. Centered. See, I got the thing, but I'm already pressing the gas, so what can you do? So, and here's let's see, made it. And if you think about it, since this is left cornered mounted, it can see more of the left side. That's what I'm thinking of. So it's better on the curve if you're going left. And here's yellow line. Press the gas once I think you have to press it a little harder, I think.